Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is another video in a series of videos called How to Do This Thing Called Life. My name is Trina, and thank you so much for stopping by and looking at my video. If you like, what's going on over here, rate, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends and family. So basically, the premise of what I'm doing here in this series is just looking over my life, my friends. They're just things that I have learned and I've used in my own life to become, a better person, or just become more, solid in who I am, and just becoming comfortable with me. And I've learned that I had issues with that. Just comfortable being Trina. Comfortable not pleasing everybody. I used to be a huge people pleaser. Have had a lot of fear and anxiety. And I had to, over the years, work through those things, and it took conscious effort. So just looking over my life, I am making these videos, and every week I am looking at a different area that I had to learn to heal, overcome, grow, whatever words you want to use. And so I'm like, you know what? I think other people may be going through this. So I'm going to make some videos about it, put it on YouTube, and hopefully this will help, someone, or it will encourage someone. So that's the point. That's the whole point with me doing this. So what are we talking about today? My topic today is about self-compassion, having compassion on yourself, for yourself. As usual, I have notes because I don't like these videos to be long and, drawn out. So, and I can get a little bit long-winded. So I'm keeping myself on task by, I made some notes. So if you see me looking down, that's why I'm looking down. So again, at the end of this video, if you like it, rate, comment, subscribe, share. All right. So compassion. I used to be very, very bad about being compassionate towards myself. I could be compassionate when it came to others. I was there, how can I help you? What do you need? I'm there with the word of encouragement. I'm on deck. I'm your girl. Call Trina up. Trina, this is going on. I'm there. I am present. I'm a listening ear. I would spend hours on the phone listening to you, talking about your issues. And listen, my heart will break when I'm in that way. That's a plus, but we're often taught how to do this, or a lot of people around us demonstrate, how to do this. But I didn't see a lot of demonstration of, or maybe I just didn't catch it, of this. How do you have compassion on yourself? I remember years ago when I used to keep myself up at night. I would be tossing and turning in bed because of something. Either I thought I did wrong, I said wrong, something happened, and in my mind I'm replaying this incident over and over and over and over and over. And why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why didn't I do this? Why did I do that? This person said this to me? Like, why didn't I speak up for myself? Like, why didn't I, when he said that or she said that, I should have said this. Like, why did I let them, think that was okay for them to say to me? Why did I think that was okay for them to do? In my head, and next time I might do this or do that. And I remember I would up and I'll be tossing and turning, didn't get any sleep because I was beating myself up. If I failed a test, if failing at anything, I am beating myself up. What I should have done, what I could have done in the future, I should have. And what if I didn't? This and that. if I'm making mistakes, oh, I would not let myself off the hook for making a mistake. Ugh. I mean, you couldn't tell me how much of an idiot I am because I already told myself that. I'm like, girl, you're so dumb. Like, you're so foolish. Like, why this, that? You should have seen that coming. You should have. I was so critical of myself. I was very, very critical. I did not let up. You couldn't beat me up more than how I beat myself up. I can tell you that right now. It was bad. It was bad. I wasn't nice to myself, you know? I was not nice to myself. But, and this is the kicker though, I wasn't kind and gentle and compassionate with myself, with the way I handled my own emotions, my own failures, my misgiving. But for some reason, I thought people should be that way towards me. Kind, compassionate, and loving, and understanding, and all these things that I wasn't doing for myself. I expected that from others, and when they didn't do it, I got mad. I got hurt, and all these negative emotions. But I remember years ago, my aunt, she said to me, and this is something that she says, and it was years ago. Another time, I got it, but I didn't get it. She said, you teach people how to treat you. Sounds simple, doesn't it? She said, you teach people how to treat you. And I thought about that, in a very outside of me context. I don't know if that makes sense. In the sense of, maybe not outside of me. Maybe that's not the right way to say that. I teach people how to treat me. I didn't realize at the time that a part of that includes, if I'm over here not having compassion towards myself, not being gentle towards me, beating myself up all the time, I am teaching people, I'm teaching others that, yo, you can be critical of me. You don't have to treat me with compassion. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. It, like, I wasn't saying that with my words, like, you don't do this, don't do that. But because of the way I treated myself, it's like one of those unintended consequences. I didn't realize that by me doing that, I am also signaling to other people like, yo, it's okay to criticize. It's okay to not just be overly just really critical and just judgmental and just beat up on you with their words. I taught them how to do that because I did that with myself. And so the light bulb went off, and that saying, I teach people how to treat me, it sunk in. So I'm like, I have to be very cognizant of this in like every area of my life, and and even more so in the way I treated myself, the thoughts I had about myself. I'm like, that's a part of it. That's a part of it. And when I realized that, I was like, you know what? I have to take steps in order to correct this. It took me a while to get there. It took me going through some bumps and lumps and tripping and falling, but it's so crazy that the things that you need to learn in life, circumstances will occur over and over and over again. It might not be in the same way, but that same theme will occur in your life over and over again until one day you stop and you say to yourself, okay, what is life trying to teach me? And if you never stop and really ask yourself that question, life is going to happen to you over and over and over and over again because you didn't learn the lesson. So because you didn't get the lesson, then here comes another thing that's gonna be like, hey, can you ask yourself the question now? Let's start getting it. Let's start doing the work. Let's go. So anyways, so I had to ask myself the question, like, how can I expect others to be compassionate towards me, treat me with the care and the love and gentleness and tenderness that I need when I don't even do that for myself? I don't even know what that looks like. How can I tell somebody this is what I want, this is what I need, this is how you need to treat me, when I don't even know what that looks like for me because I don't do it? So I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? How do I fix this? And so I started I read this book, and I don't even remember what book I read. And I remember it was the lady, she had said in the book, to every day you look in the mirror and you say to yourself, I accept myself unconditionally right now. That sounds easy, but for me, it was easier said than done. So even right now in my bathroom, I wrote it out, and I have it like posted on my mirror. And it was hard for me in the mirror, I'm looking myself in the eye and I say, I accept myself unconditionally right now. You'd be surprised the amount of things that pops up. But you did that, and you said that, and that, like your mind comes up with other things that would say, no, that's not the case. You can't accept it. No, but this and that. And when they come up, you just let them come. And then you say, doesn't matter. And I said every day I would wake up, look myself in the eye, in the mirror. And I repeated that day after day after day after day. Didn't matter. Didn't matter what I did. Didn't matter if I said something I shouldn't have said. It doesn't matter because none of those things matter. None of it. The other thing that I started doing was affirmation. I found this poem, Marianne Williamson, and it's called Our Deepest Fear. I fell in love with that poem, and it talks about your deepest fear is not that you're inadequate. Your deepest fear is that you're powerful beyond measure. Like, I loved. And for me, that was like affirmation. So I started just with affirmations. Just, I accept myself unconditionally right now. That's an affirmation. I found poems that spoke about, just affirming who I am. And also, like, during those nights when my mind would race and on going over, I purposefully would make myself stop. And trust me, it takes work, because as soon as you're like, nope, and I'm like, you know what? It happened. I fell down. It happened in front of a whole bunch of people. Let's for example, you fell down in front of a whole bunch of people. Embarrassing? Yep. Did it happen? Yep. What can I do about it now? Nothing. I'll say that to myself over and over. Did it already happen? Yep. Can I go back and change it? Nope. So the question is, what do I learn from this? What do I learn? So it's like, and I had to do that constantly. And then, because I'm telling myself I accept myself unconditionally right now, like, listen, I fell down. It was okay. It's okay. Next time, I'll know what to do not to fall down. You know what I mean? Like, I stopped beating myself up. Like, did it happen? Yeah, I did. Can I change it? No, I can't. I just literally had to just stop those thoughts right in their tracks, like, and just take them captive and replace those with good thoughts. So this happened. Does it make me less valuable? No, it doesn't. Does it make me less of a person? No, it doesn't. Does it make me less Trina? No, it doesn't. So I had to constantly reaffirm who I am. And remember to be kind and gentle and loving to myself. And if anything I'm doing, like beating myself up, if that is not serving the purpose of me being kind and loving and gentle, it had to go. It just had to go, because I'm defeating the purpose. Does it take a while? Yes. It takes you constantly doing this. Constantly. Are you ever going to be perfect? Do I have those stars that creep up now? Yes, I do. But I am more empowered now to like shut those down. The other thing too that I did was I read this book by Henry Cloud. It's about boundaries. Because sometimes the things that I would be beating myself up over, it was stuff that was not mine to take on either. Like I'll be taking on my stuff and other people's stuff. Like so I had to learn. He talks about your yard and your yard having a fence. So I had to learn to know what's in my yard and what's not in my yard. So if there's something that is outside of the fence, let's say, and I'm thinking like, well, maybe I should have No. And then that book helped me to realize that is out of my control. That's not on me. I did all that I could have done. And because I know I did all that I could have done, that's all I can do. That's it. It's like if, let's say, you step on somebody's toe on accident, and then you're mad, and then they didn't tell you, and they're mad at you for a long time. Then they finally said, you know what, 2 years ago you stepped on my toe, blah 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 blah. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to step on your toe. Like, I apologize sincerely. So now, am I going to walk away and be like, oh my God, I stepped on your toe. And because I stepped on your toe, they lost a foot. And no, I'm responsible. I stepped on your toe. I apologize. The fact that you got a cut and then you didn't go to the doctor, not my fault. That's yours. You lost a foot, not my fault. And that's a little bit extreme. You know what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying about boundaries. There's certain things that you take responsibility for and you do what you need to do, but there are other parts that is not yours. And I had to learn that. I had to learn what is mine and what is not mine. And then I had to learn also when people were trying to make me feel guilty for stuff that is totally not on me. And then to have the courage to say, no, I'm going to give that back because that ain't mine. I took responsibility for my part. The other part over there, that's not mine. That's yours. And I am not going to lose any sleep over it. But I used to, though. But that book, Boundaries, Henry Cloud, it helped me to realize what was mine and what's not mine, and having firm boundaries with people so that I don't feel like I'm like being taken advantage of, or like I'm giving out too much. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm worrying over stuff that is not even my fault, or it's not mine. It's not mine. That was a huge thing. Anyways, I'll do another video on boundaries. But to wrap this up, just be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. As much compassion as you have for other people, please have as much compassion, or even more, for yourself. Be kind to you, because at the end of the day, you teach people how to treat you. All right. So this is kind of long. Sorry, but for the length. But rate, comment, subscribe. If this video at any point helped you, then share it with someone. All right. Peace out.